Honey, I'm really sorry. Do you mind getting a frozen dinner from the store or something tonight? Or maybe you can order food for tonight.
Huh? Why?
I don't feel great, hon. I don't think I'll be able to make anything tonight at this rate.
Seriously, Jess? You're still sick? How long do you plan on staying sick? This has been going on for over a week now.
Hon, it's not about getting better. I don't think this is just going to go away. I feel tired and nauseous. Honestly, it's a bit like when I had really bad anemia a few years ago.
Yeah, obviously I know being pregnant isn't like being sick. You know what I meant. So what? You still have morning sickness then? Is that why you're still nauseous? I thought the morning sickness went away after a couple of weeks. What gives?
I guess. I heard some people have really bad nausea in their first trimester and then it goes away. And other people continue feeling sick well into their third. Can we change the subject? Talking about it is making me feel kinda sick again.
Are you serious? You're going to be sick until you give birth?
I don't know, Ned. You can't really predict these kinds of things. But it's not like I feel under all the time. I have my good days too, you know.
You say that, Jess, but all you do is lay in bed. Ever since you got pregnant, you've just been sleeping more and more. I'm feeling sick this, and my head hurts that. Every single day, I tell you. All I hear are excuses.
They're not excuses, Ned.
You know, I've never met someone who had it this bad. All the other pregnant women I see are out walking and doing yoga or something. Why don't you walk around the block a bit? I'm sure you'll start feeling better once you get your body moving a bit.
I go out for a short walk in the mornings when I feel up for it and it's not too warm. But my doctor told me to take it easy and not to force myself.
Oh, is that so? Don't you think you should be getting more exercise anyway? I don't know. You're starting to get a little chubby. Maybe some yoga would do you good.
Really?
Oh yeah, you're really starting to pack on some weight. And I don't think it's just because you're pregnant, Jess.
But my doctor hasn't talked to me about my weight or anything like that. He would have told me to be careful if he was worried. Maybe it's just the swelling that's making me look fat?
No, I'm pretty sure you've gotten fatter, Jess. Trust me. If anyone knows, it's me. I don't trust that doctor of yours anyway. He wouldn't listen to me when I said you were having snoring issues either. You sound like a frickin' truck driver whenever you start snoring. It's horrendous.
Ned, do you have to say it like that?
What? I'm just being honest. You literally sound like a big old trucker that fell asleep in his cab whenever you snore. I get scared to death half the time I wake up. I keep thinking that I'm in some horrible nightmare or I got married to a guy at some truck stop, but then I realize it's you. If past me saw me now. Jeez.
Oh.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is this is all because you don't exercise enough, okay? Go take a walk around the block. You've got more than enough time before I get back for dinner. You'll feel much better, I'm sure of it. Then you can get on with making me dinner. I can't go eating fast food every night like this. My stomach isn't agreeing with beer and burgers every other night. So I expect you to make me a decent meal tonight.
But, Ned, I really don't feel good right now. I can barely get out of bed without feeling dizzy.
That's why I'm saying it's still a while before dinner. Just get some fresh air and you'll be feeling right as day. Oh, and I want some of those steamed potatoes I told you about the other day. Got it? We both need some healthy vegetables after all.
But, Ned, I told you I can't. You can just get a healthy frozen meal at the store. I'm messaging you now because I don't think I'm going to be able to make us dinner tonight.
Don't make your problems mine, Jess. I'm asking you something very simple right now. You get to stay at home all day doing nothing but lying around and watching dramas. The least you can do is make us some dinner, woman.
Ned, I'm 8 months pregnant. I'm telling you I don't feel well.
Jess, how come you're not feeling well when every other woman with a child is out there going about their day normally? I see women with their bellies looking ready to burst at the gym doing Pilates, doing groceries, walking around in the park. Why are you the only one acting out and laying in bed all day complaining about a headache and whatever? You don't even bother to clean anymore. The place is a mess. You're not the only one living in that house, you know.
I'm doing my best, Ned. Okay?
You're sloppy. You don't put any effort into your duties anymore. What's the point of making you my housewife if you're just going to slack off like this all the time? I hate coming home to a dirty home, Jess. I work hard every day for our sake. The least you can do is make the place nice and presentable for me so I can relax when I come home. Who's the one putting food on the table, huh?
I'm sorry. I'll do better next time.
Why couldn't you just say that from the start? I'll give you time today to clean the room and the kitchen, okay? And for goodness sake, please do something about that lime scale in the bathtub like I asked you.
Ned, I'm sorry I didn't make you dinner tonight.
It's fine. I was thinking of getting something to eat anyway. But come on, Jess, couldn't you at least let me know you weren't going to make any dinner tonight before taking another nap?
I'm really sorry.
The house hasn't been cleaned one bit since I left this morning, too. What the hell were you doing the whole day?
I think I might have a cold. My fever is running at a 101 last time I checked. I thought I could sleep it off or something, but it just got worse. I felt really dizzy when I woke up this afternoon.
Huh. A cold? You never go anywhere during the day and you still manage to catch a cold?
I did go to the store yesterday to buy groceries, Ned. Maybe that's where I picked it up.
Unbelievable. All you do is stay at home and now you've somehow managed to catch a cold? What's with you? Do you just attract germs at this point, huh? You better not infect me too. Here.
I'll go sleep in the guest bedroom tonight.
Good. And disinfect the bedroom too while you're at it. I'm not going to be happy if you infect me. Use those sanitizer sprays we have in the kitchen closet, and make sure to spray everywhere. Oh, and change the sheets too. They're starting to smell musty anyway.
Ned, I don't know if I can do all of that on my own. I told you I'm still dizzy when I stand up and all.
Jess! I come back from work and you're still in bed. There's no dinner waiting for me, and the house is still exactly how it was when I left this morning. What are you even here for if you're just going to slack off all day?
Ned, what do you mean, what am I here for? I don't exist just to clean and cook, you know?
I'm not saying that, Jess, but sometimes I wonder if you're not forgetting who's putting food on the table every night. Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean you can neglect your duties at home. Don't get carried away just because you're carrying a baby.
What are you talking about, Ned? What do you mean I'm getting carried away?
Of course you are, Jess. I'm working myself to the bone every day, and what are you doing in return? Laying in bed and complaining. You don't do jack. You think you can just go, oh, I don't feel well, and then you'll be excused for loafing around and not doing any of your own work at home?
I'm not loafing around, Ned. You know this baby is yours too, right?
I know that.
No, you don't. If you knew that, you wouldn't be chastising me so much for feeling sick.
I'm doing my damn best to give you and that kid the best life they can. And what do I get? If anyone doesn't understand what the other person is going through, it's you.
I'm grateful for your hard work, Ned. But I just wish you would be more considerate towards me, okay? Why can't you make more effort to understand what it's like for me? Why don't you read up a bit more about pregnancy, or pay attention when the doctor is explaining stuff to us? There are women who can move around and even exercise a bit while pregnant. And there are also women who have to take it easy like I do. It's not an illness or something, okay?
The only reason you're constantly sick is because you lay around doing nothing all day. You're neglecting your health. That's why you're feeling the way you do. Even before you got pregnant, you were slacking off and not doing the chores around the house properly.
I was doing the housework properly. All the rooms were tidy and the floors were always clean.
If you say so, Jess. You probably hired a helper or someone to clean the place while you were out and having tea with your friends or something.
Huh? Why would I do that, Ned?
Whatever. You're going to clean the place up before I get back. I want the place all tidied up and the bedroom sanitized. Think of this as punishment for not making me dinner.
But Ned, I told you I have a fever. And didn't you say you wanted to eat out anyway?
Don't give me that. I said clean the place up. And yeah, I'm going out for drinks with my work buddies tonight, so you'll have more than enough time to make the place spotless. Got it?
Ned, if you have time to go out drinking with your colleagues, then why can't you help me with the housework? Isn't that what a spouse should be doing instead of going out and having fun while their wife is sick?
Don't tell me what to do, woman. I do my job, you do yours. Don't make me pick up the slack for you. When you're done with your work, you can also go out and have fun. You'll have to get healthy first before you can do that, I suppose.
Ned, how can you say things like that? I'm your partner. I'm carrying your child, for goodness sake. How can you be so cruel? I'm doing everything I can to make sure our baby is born safe and sound. Even though I'm pregnant and struggling, you still refuse to do anything around the house. You tell me to do all of the chores, and if I don't meet your expectations, you tell me I'm worthless and a freeloader.
Hey, I never said you were worthless, Jess.
What are you even here for?
I'm not going to justify myself to you, okay? Just leave it. I don't want to be worked up when I'm about to go out and have fun, so just drop it already. I swear you're getting crazier by the day. You're psychotic, Jess. You do nothing around the house these days. The house is a mess and you don't even cook anything for me anymore. Not a single good thing has come out of this pregnancy thing.
I'm done talking about this, Ned.
Huh? What's that? Had enough?
It obviously doesn't matter what I say. I'll just do the chores the way you want. Clearly, that's all you really care about.
Yeah, good. Don't go arguing with me anymore. You agreed to this. God, you've really turned into a massive pain, haven't you? If only someone told me how difficult women could get when they're pregnant, I wouldn't have agreed to any of this. Jess, where are you? Frickin' hell, Jess, you're really starting to drive me mad. All this complaining about being sick and dizzy, and you're not even home. I knew you were putting up an act. And you didn't even clean the place like I told you to. Your wife isn't here anymore, Ned. What are you talking about? Jess, where the hell did you go? Why didn't you clean the house?
Ned, this isn't Jesse speaking right now.
This is your number, isn't it? Don't give me that nonsense. I'm not falling for it.
Jesse was taken to the hospital for treatment.
What do you mean? Then who is this?
This is your mother speaking, Ned. What's the meaning of this?
Mom?
Yes, Ned.
Wait, is it really you?
If you don't believe me, Ned, I can always tell you the name of your middle school crush on here.
Wait, no, don't do that. I believe you, Mom. But what are you doing with Jess's phone? More importantly, what do you mean she was taken to the hospital?
Apparently, you forced your wife to do all sorts of chores despite her having a fever of 101. At least, that's what the nurses told me. She forced herself out of bed to start cleaning the house when she collapsed. Fortunately, she managed to call an ambulance to take her to the hospital. She apparently passed out on the way to the hospital.
What? But I thought she only had a cold. I didn't hear anything about a fever.
She clearly told you she had a fever. And she's pregnant after all, Ned. How could you force her to clean the house when she was in that condition? And now I hear you also went out with your friends from work instead of staying home with her.
No, that's not. I was invited to a work event. That's all.
Even if that were true, why were you out until this late? Shouldn't you be at home to look after your pregnant wife?
What kind of husband is out and having fun with his colleagues when his wife is home sick? Mom, it's not like I can say no to my coworkers. I didn't have a choice. I'm obligated to go along to these things when I'm invited. I'm sure your coworkers would understand if you told them you had to look after your wife, Ned. Don't tell me work is more important than your wife and child. What were you thinking? And forcing her to do all the housework? But all she ever does is loaf around all day. She doesn't do anything all day. I figured the least she could do was clean the house before I came back. Let her lay around and do nothing. She's pregnant, Ned. She's allowed to take it easy. But there are tons of women out there raising kids while pregnant, and other women still go to work right after giving birth. Those women can do that because their environment and circumstances allow it. They have the support from their partners and family. That's why they can do that. So where's Jessie's support? Huh? How is she supposed to do all those things when you're not giving her a lick of support and encouragement? I'm working myself to the bone to support her. That's no support, Ned. That's the bare minimum. Whatever. You can lecture me afterwards. Just tell me where Jess is. Which hospital was she taken to? Jessie told me explicitly not to tell you where she is. Huh? It's the least I can do for her right now, Ned. You're not qualified to support her anymore. That's why I'm telling you. You don't have a wife anymore. Jess, darling, please talk to me. Call me or message me. Anything. Please. I just want to talk to you and apologize about all of this. Are you still at the hospital?
I was released yesterday.
Jess, darling. Are you feeling better? Is everything okay now? I didn't hear anything from you after that night. I was really worried about you, Jess.
I was hospitalized because I wasn't okay, Ned.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
The reason I answered today was because I finally got the courage to tell you something important.
Courage? What do you mean? What's going on?
I want us to separate.
Huh? What?
I can't keep doing this, Ned. I don't want to be with you anymore. I want a divorce.
Wait, Jess, what are you saying? Is this all just because I told you to do the chores that night?
No, it's more than just that. This has been going on since way before then. I asked you over a dozen times to look up what pregnancy is like for people like me. You never listen to what my doctor tells you. Even when he explained I can't do any strenuous exercises when I feel sick, you still insist that I clean the house. You haven't offered to do anything around the house to help me out.
But I thought being pregnant wasn't like being sick.
It isn't, Ned, but it's still taking a big toll on my body and my mental health just having the baby inside me. Carrying a baby can be hard for some people, and giving birth is even harder. There's always a possibility of something going wrong, risking both the mother and the baby's life. You should know this, and yet you still treated me like some lazy, unmotivated freeloader.
I'm sorry. Mom scolded and lectured me a lot since that night you went to the hospital. I know how bad it can be now, Jess.
It's too late for that, Ned.
Darling, don't say that. We can still work through this, can't we? I mean, we're going to have a baby after all. We can't just give up now, right? This is the most important moment in our lives. Our child is going to need us.
Ned, I'll never be able to forget the things you said to me. Saying I have no use if I'm not cooking and cleaning for you. Telling me to do all the chores before you get home, even though I had a fever and felt like passing out. I finally realized that all the stress I've been dealing with was all because of you. My anxiety was always going through the roof right before you came home every night.
I'm sorry, Jess. I really am. I promise I'll help out around the house from now on. Please, let's not rush into anything we might regret, okay? I married you because I love you. because I wanted to spend my whole life with you.
If you really loved me, why didn't you treat me better? If you wanted to be with me for the rest of your life, how could you say those things to me? I expect better from someone who says they love me. I told you every day how much I appreciated you working to support us. But I never got so much as a thank you for all the work I did at home. A partner should always do whatever they can to support their loved one. That's what I think, at least.
Well, what about our kid, Jess? Are you planning on raising our child on your own?
I guess I'll focus on raising the baby for the first year or so. Then I'll go back to working. I hear a lot of places have daycare facilities at their offices. I can figure the rest out as it comes.
Jess, being a single mother isn't going to be easy, you know.
Of course I know that. But it'll be miles better than raising a child with you. Plus, my parents and your parents all agreed to help me in whatever way I need. Your mother even offered to watch over the baby if I'm having a hard time getting sleep and things like that. So I know I'll be fine. I have people in my life who actually care about me and are there to support me. I'll raise my baby better than you ever could.
But Jess, that's our child. I deserve to raise them just as much as you do. You know I've always wanted to be a father.
Excuse me? Where was that desire to be a father the last couple of months when I was the one carrying the baby inside me? You haven't shown any interest in our child since I found out I was pregnant. You even made fun of me saying I sound like a trucker when I sleep. And you always scoffed at the doctor when I had to go in for checkups. Every time I felt sick to my stomach, you would make a face like you were annoyed and left the house.
I guess I just didn't realize what it would really be like to become a father.
I figured that out very early in, Ned. Don't go acting like you just figured that out for yourself. You haven't acted like a proper husband once in the last 7 years, much less like a proper father.
I promise. Things will change, Jess. I'll do anything to make sure you feel supported. I'll put your health ahead of anything else, I swear.
I don't trust a thing from someone who hasn't made any effort until I was almost at death's door. We'll discuss the divorce further once I hire an attorney. I'd suggest you do the same.
Jess, wait. I'm sorry. I really am. I was a terrible husband. You're right. But I can't do this without you. I need you. These last few days have made me realize that I'm nothing without you.
No. The only thing you want is someone who can do all the chores around the house for you. So go and hire a helper or someone to do that for you. Then you'll be fine. You don't need me. You just wanted a personal cook and cleaning lady. I'm not stepping another foot in that house.
That's not true at all, Jess. I want you here more than anything else. I can't stand being away from you. I swear I'll do better. I'll treat you right. Just give me another chance. Please.
I don't want to hear another word from you, Ned. If you really cared about me, you wouldn't have told me to clean the whole house when I had a raging fever and I felt like passing out. Leaving your sick and pregnant wife home alone to go out drinking with your co-workers. What use do you think I have for someone as cruel as that? A few weeks later, thanks to our attorneys, we came to an agreement and filed for divorce. I thankfully got a small but decent amount of money when our property and finances got divvied up. Even though Ned begged me not to go through with the divorce, he relented in the end because nobody, not his parents nor his friends at work, would stand by his side when they found out how he treated me. Sounds like his dad and his friends especially gave him a hard time for his actions. So it seems he's at least come to realize how badly he messed up. That being said, it doesn't matter how much he regrets his actions or how profusely he apologizes. I have no intentions of trying to rebuild the marriage. He showed me exactly what he thought of me and what he viewed me as, and that feeling of being nothing more than a glorified helper won't ever go away. Although he's still legally obligated to support his child, so he'll be paying child support until they turn 18. But as part of our agreement, I'll be allowing him to see his child for 1 week every 2 months. Even though our marriage has ended, I'm hoping he'll learn to be a good father to his child as time goes on. A few weeks after our divorce was finalized, I was taken to the hospital again. But this time, I was there to deliver my baby. Not because I collapsed while cleaning. I gave birth to a beautiful and healthy baby son. And every single day since then has been an absolute blessing. Not to say that raising a newborn child by yourself isn't difficult, because it most certainly is. But with a strong support system like the one I fortunately have, I'm thankfully managing to do a decent job, I think. And I'm sure that once I start working next year, it's going to get even harder. But if it means that I can give my son a good life, then it'll definitely all be worth it. Oh, I hate those guys so much! Why do they have to do this all the time? Is it really such a big deal? Do I really deserve to be made fun of for this? I'm kind of at my limit here, bro. I don't know how much longer I can put up with this type of crap.
What's going on, little sis? That little debacle with the boys the other day is still on your mind, huh? I thought I told you I sorted it out.
Yeah, I know you sorted it out, but it still grinds my gears. I mean, it's just so stupid. What is it? Do they like me or something? Is that what it is? They probably have feelings for me, don't they?
It might be. You know, guys are really peculiar when they're showing interest in a girl. If they come off as too overt, it's kind of considered lame. We don't look cool because of it.
Yeah, well, doing the type of things they do is pretty lame in my opinion, to be honest. I mean, what the hell? Do they really think that if they find a way to open up my locker and just fill it with a bunch of trash, it's going to make me like them? I know they're boys and everything, but they're not cavemen, right? How could they be that stupid?
I don't know what to tell you, Liz. Some of us really are that stupid. But you know what? Don't worry. I've already had a chat with them, didn't I? I worked it out.
Is that all you did, though, bro? Is that all you did? You just had a chat? I'm pretty sure they're just going to do it again.
Well, let's just say I gave them a very stern and frightening warning. If they ever do it again, they know what's coming for them.
I hope you're right. You have no idea how much this stuff is getting to my head. You know what they said to me? They said all they were doing was creating a second home for me. They're saying because you and I come from a really poor background, we live in trash. They thought they would do a nice thing and create another home of trash for me to live in. They thought it was the funniest thing in the world. I can still remember them laughing about it, thinking they were comedians. I swear they're the only ones who think this type of thing is funny. Who cares if we're poor? It doesn't mean anything.
Well, I'm glad you have that defiant attitude, Liz. That's exactly the way you should be thinking about this. It doesn't matter if we're poor. At the end of the day, we're still good people. At the end of the day, we still do what everyone else does in the school. We're still working hard. Don't let what they do to you affect you.
I know. You say that, but the thing is, it eventually does get to me. My defenses get broken down more and more. It starts to affect my mind. Think about it. Think about what situation you're in. I'm not going to have my big brother around forever. You're about to graduate soon, right? This is your last year, and I'm only just starting high school. Don't you think that when you're gone, these guys are going to rain down harder on me?
Well, you're not wrong about that. With me out of the picture, they probably will. But look, this type of thing's not going to last for long. It's basically like elementary school kids, right? That's what they do. Elementary school kids pick on the girl they like. At some point, they're going to realize it's incredibly lame to pick on you, and they're probably going to be a lot nicer. Trust me, I'm pretty sure one of those boys is going to ask you out. Then you're going to be in a pretty advantageous position, don't you think?
Yeah, right. As if I go out with one of those jerks. If they ask me out, I'm going to give them so much embarrassment that they're probably going to want to leave the school.
Hey, by all means, go right ahead. I don't think they're particularly good people, so you should go and do that.
But don't you get sick of this as well, bro?
Get sick of what?
The teasing! Let's face it, The only reason that you're able to sort out these guys is because you're used to it, right? People have been teasing you about being poor for ages. I remember coming home from school and hearing you talk to Mom in the other room about some sort of fist fight you got into at school. You always talked about how they were making fun of the place that we lived in. Didn't it ever get to your head and just annoy the crap out of you?
Well, you're not wrong about that. For the longest time, I felt exactly like you do. I wondered if this was ever going to end. Then, over time, I came to the realization that it wouldn't end, but I could probably build up my mental defenses against it. Now I'm at the point where I just don't really care about what people say.
I wish I had that superpower. So, people still make fun of you now?
Oh, yeah. They're doing it hard, especially after people found out what I want to do.
What you want to do?
Yeah, well, I've only talked about this with Mom and Dad. I don't particularly have any plans of going to university after high school.
Say what now? Are you serious? What are you doing, bro? Don't you want to get out of this hellhole that we live in? Don't you want to actually do something with your life? I don't know about you, but I'm sick of this cycle of poverty. I hate for my kids to go through something like this. You should definitely go to university and get a good job and everything. Don't make such a stupid decision. You're too much of a good person. I'd hate to see you go down the wrong path.
Easy there, sis. Don't panic about this. I'm making a calculated decision here. I'm doing what I think is the best thing for my life. I've already thought it through. I don't really care what anyone else thinks about it. Not you, not Mom and Dad, and definitely not anyone at school. I know in my heart that I'm making the right decision here. Nothing's going to sway me.
Really? I wonder what you've been thinking about, bro. In all honesty, I can't help but feel like this is the wrong decision.
Why would you say that?
Well, I mean, come on. Think about what everyone else does. It's kind of like going to school itself. No one questions why you have to go there. It's just something that you have to do. We all have to do it. You don't even think twice about it. I think it's the same way with university. It's just the natural path that everyone walks on. Why would you try and do something different?
Well, I've got my own reasons. I feel like even if I explained it, no one would really understand where I'm coming from. All I want is for the people around me to accept that this is my decision. No matter what, this is what I want to do. Actually, not even that. It's what I have to do.
Okay then, bro. You're really starting to make me worried now. I mean, I thought my troubles with the teasing at school were one thing. You're actually doing something that's going to drastically affect your life. Are you sure you're not going to regret this?
Obviously, I'm not sure. Decisions like these we only get to make once, right? But yeah, in all honesty, there's something in my heart that says this is what I have to do. Almost like it's my destiny.
Well, there's my headstrong brother for you. I already know there's no point in arguing. All right, I hope everything works out for you then, bro. Actually, I can't believe I haven't thought of this yet. What's going to happen when you do graduate? Are you going to move out of home?
Yeah, I am actually.
Oh my god, bro, why? Why would you move out? We're family, right? You should stick it out with us.
I know. And look, I love everyone in my family. I respect everyone to bits, but I've realized that I need to walk a different path from our parents. I need to get away from them. So in order to do that, I'm going to try and develop a little bit of independence. I'm going to move somewhere else.
Oh man, you've got to be kidding me. So now I'm not going to be able to see you around school. And I'm also not going to be able to see you around home? How could you do this to me, bro? I thought I was meant to be your sister. Aren't you meant to care about me?
I do. Look, I'm hoping for the best with your future, Liz. You're a really good girl with a very strong spirit. I'm sure you're going to make it out there without me.
Do you really think so, bro? I'm glad you're saying that stuff, but I don't think I have the same amount of confidence as you do. I feel like Mom also had the same type of disposition as me. She would have had the same approach to school, and look at where she ended up. We didn't end up in a good circumstance, did we?
Yeah. Well, the thing you have to know about our mom is that she could have gone to amazing places at some point. She was definitely on that path, but she met someone that she loved. She met someone that she wanted to be with for the rest of her life, and if you ask me, that's more important.
You're talking about Dad, huh? So I guess this is all Dad's fault. We should blame him.
Actually, no, we shouldn't be blaming anyone. We don't know the type of life that Dad had up until this point. We don't know how tough it was. Maybe it was really hard to be anything but poor. Who knows? But what I do know is that Dad had really good values and that he raised us the proper way. He raised us to be good people. If you ask me, that's more valuable than any amount of money in this world.
You really think so?
You're damn straight I do. If you think about it, people are remembered for their character and not their wealth.
Well, bro, I have to admit I've never really thought about it that way. But talking about all of this is really making me sad. I mean, you've only got a little bit left. It's only a couple of months and then you graduate. After that, you're just going to move out, right?
That's the plan. I've already looked at a place and everything. I've got a couple of people that I want to share a house with. All the preparations have been made.
Don't say that. When you tell me about your preparations and everything, it makes me think that it's a reality. It makes me realize that you really are going to go.
Are you really that sad about this?
I am, bro. Out of everyone in my life, you're the one that I respect the most. Obviously, Mom and Dad are really good people, but you have something different. You've always been so kind and strong. All that torment that you've received over the years, you've been indifferent to it. You never let it affect you. You never turned down some sort of dark path. You've had a way of life and a way of thinking, and you've always defended it, no matter what other people thought about it around you. You worked hard in school. You gave me the impression that you were going to actually break the cycle. In fact, I'm still confused about why you're not going to university. I mean, think about how good a student you are. Look at all those good grades you get. It really makes sense for you to go to university. But I'm going to be really sad about the fact that you're leaving my life. You're going to leave the school, and I'm not going to see your face around anymore. And you're going to leave home to do God knows what. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you so much.
Come on, Liz, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. You act like all hell is going to break loose the moment I leave here.
Well, I mean, it feels like it. You're such an integral part of my life. Things are going to be so different when you're gone. I don't know if I can be as tough as you.
As tough as me?
Well, yeah. Think about it. You've always been the one protecting me. You've always been the one that talks to me and cheers me up. You're not going to be there anymore. I'm going to have to make it on my own.
That's right, sis. You will. I mean, you're no little girl anymore. You're growing up. At some point, you're going to be a woman. You can't always rely on me to protect you all the time.
I know. You don't need to tell me. I guess this is just me being stubborn, isn't it? I just don't want to accept the reality that I need to become a better person who can stand on her own 2 feet. Well, you know what, bro? I wish you the best. I know that a guy with your type of mentality is going to do so well out there. You're going to make everyone so proud. I hope you do something to break the cycle of poverty. I'm going to do my best, too. There's no way I'm going to have my children raised in a dump like this. There's no way I'm going to give anyone an opportunity to make fun of them for this. You and I have to change things.
You know what? Sure thing. But hey, I don't want you to be fixated on this too much. Just remember that money isn't everything. Family and the values instilled in you are the most important. Money is just a secondary objective. I know you're going to try your best from this point on, even after I leave home. Even after I'm out of your life. But I just don't want you to lose your way. I don't want you to lose that kind, tender heart that you have, sis. I don't want you to ever change. You hear me? Hey, Liz. How's it going? It's been a while since you and I have talked, huh? How's life? Is everything going well for you?
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
Well, nothing. I'm just checking in. Just making sure you're alive and whatnot. Is it wrong for a guy to worry about his sister?
There's nothing to worry about, Jeff. Just go back to whatever the hell you're doing. I bet you're just wasting time on some part-time job. What is it this time? Are you the cashier at the local Walmart? That's a fitting job for a guy who's almost 30.
Actually, no. I've been working at a nursing home, and I've been doing it for a while. Are you okay, sis? You sound really standoffish towards me.
I'm just really confused why you're going out of your way to message me. You've got your own life. I've got my life. How about we just accept that we're on different paths and let it be that?
Okay, well, we're a family at the end of the day. I think it's fine for me to message you. You're acting like I'm doing something really wrong here.
Well, you're taking time out of my day, aren't you? Why is this so important to you?
Well, if I'm being honest, Liz, I had my birthday party yesterday. All of my friends and family came around. I had a really good time, but there was someone missing. Someone that I really wanted to see. I thought this would be a good occasion for you and me to actually meet again. I was pretty hurt that you didn't turn up.
Yeah, well, like I said, my time is precious to me. I didn't want to waste it on you.
Okay, fair enough. I understand where you're coming from. At the same time, I wasn't asking for a lot. I mean, if you couldn't come to the party, that's fine. I would have accepted that. But you could have sent me a message or something, right? Usually someone will send a happy birthday message for times like these. I didn't get anything from you.
What are you doing right now? Are you actually trying to demand that I message you? Well, let me tell you something about life, Jeff. You don't just demand things, you have to earn them. You have to work hard for them. But you know what? Why am I even bothering trying to explain this to someone like you? You're just a loser who couldn't make his way to university. You don't understand what work means in the first place.
Come on, sis. You know that's not true. You know what I've been doing ever since I graduated from high school. I've been working just as much as you have. And you know what? Arguably, I've been working more.
Yeah, well, there's a difference in how you and I work, right? There's a difference in what you invest your time in and what I invest my time in. I like to work smart. You like to work hard. You see, at the end of the day, my hour is worth more than your hour. I'm doing something that's better. I'm doing something that pays more. You're doing something that anyone can do. Anyone can work in a nursing home. Anyone can wipe a butt. Are you trying to say that you're proud of the job that you do? Are you really happy doing something like that?
Well, if I'm being honest, it's not too bad. I'm doing something good for the world and I enjoy it. In all honesty, I know not many people will believe that, but it's the truth. I like what I do because it has meaning.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what losers say to cope with their situation. If you didn't give yourself some excuse for what you were doing, you'd be hating your own life, wouldn't you?
Okay, I gotta be honest, Liz. I'm really dumbfounded by what I'm hearing right now.
What do you mean, dumbfounded?
Well, I gotta say, you never used to talk this way to me before. You always looked up to me and respected me. You had nothing but love towards me. But now I can't help but feel like you just have contempt and really hate me. This isn't the Liz that I used to know.
Yeah, well, what can I say, Jeff? A girl's gotta grow up at some point, right? I realize that you're not as amazing as I thought you were. I got out there into the real world and I have my opinion changed on things.
Okay, well, regardless of that, don't you think that you should still have some sort of relationship with me? I mean, that's fine. I'm not gonna argue philosophy here. If you agree with one way of life and I agree with another, it's fine to accept that as a fact. But to have that as the crux for why you and I don't get along is just stupid.
Actually, no. It's just rational, Jeff. But I'm not gonna bother explaining it to you. You're never gonna get this.
Okay. Well, how's everything going in your life? I think Mom and Dad said that you had a new boyfriend recently. It'd be good to meet him at some point.
Yeah, as if. I'm dreading the day that you and my partner meet each other. All hell's gonna break loose if that happens.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry. Look, Jeff, let me just be completely blunt with you. You're a certain type of person now, and I'm an entirely different person. You and I don't mesh. We don't associate with each other. That being the case, it's better off for both of us if we're not involved in each other's lives.
Come on, Liz. Where is this type of thinking coming from? This isn't like you. You're not the type of person to look down on people this way. Family is family. You can't choose them. And don't forget that I'm not particularly bad family, am I? You're my sister, so I'm going to put everything you said behind me and hope that you and I can reconnect. Hey, are you even listening to me? Don't tell me you just ignored me. Honestly, what the hell is going on here? This isn't like you, Liz. So you're the uneducated loser my girlfriend was talking about. You have a lot of nerve showing up to our engagement dinner. Just who the hell do you think you are? I should have dealt with you myself right there and then. The moment I saw you, I should have got you kicked out of that place. But you know what? You really played a strong card against me. What am I going to do? Lose face in front of everyone? Embarrass myself like that? Of course not. But I'm still going to speak my mind against you. Who is this? I'm assuming this is Henry from yesterday, right? The guy that's going to marry my sister. Congratulations. If Liz is anything like I remember, she's going to be a really good wife to you. You think I don't know that? Do you think someone as smart and educated as me would make a stupid decision? Of course I know she's a good candidate to be my wife. Every decision I've made up until this point has been calculated and correct. And the decision I make about the type of person I marry is going to be the same. I don't need your approval, especially from someone who doesn't even have the intelligence to go on to university. This is really interesting. I'm seeing a pattern here. You have the same superior attitude that my sister has towards me now. It's like you're both looking down on me. I can't help but see this as a coincidence. Well, what do you expect? Do you expect us to treat you like an equal? What a joke. The fact of the matter is that you're a nobody who's not doing anything with his life. How have you spent the last 10 years? You've spent it doing nothing. You've spent it drifting around doing crappy jobs here and there, not aspiring to be anything great. Not aspiring for more. Well, your sister and I are different. I felt so sorry for her when I met her at university. She was still clinging to this idea of her brother. She still felt so attached to you. The more I found out about you, the more I felt like you were handicapping her. You were preventing her from reaching her potential. You were stopping her from being who she could truly be. But now she has her head screwed on right. What are you trying to say right now? I didn't even talk to her when she was in university. I didn't do anything. I was focusing on my own life. I didn't get in her way at all. In fact, that's the way I wanted it to be. I just wanted her to fly and be her own person. Well, you just don't get it, do you? It's not the fact that you were in her life or trying to talk to her. It's the mere fact that your philosophy and the image of you still remained in her brain. She still respected you. She still thought you were an awesome person. I was completely bewildered at the time. In what way was this person honorable? In what way could you respect him? He graduates from high school and just gets a bunch of part-time jobs. He starts working in a nursing home. What's so great about a guy like that? She needs to look higher than that. She needs to realize what true greatness is. It took a long time, but she finally came around. So now it's all making sense. This whole time it's been Henry, isn't it? It's been you. It's been this guy that's been poisoning her mind, turning her against me, making her detest me. Everything she's been saying hasn't come from her at all. I had a feeling that she didn't get to that conclusion on her own. I had a feeling someone was whispering things into her ears, and now I've got the truth. It's been her partner this whole time. What are you talking about? The way you're talking about me sounds like I'm the devil or something. Like I was doing something to harm her. Don't treat me like that. Don't treat me like I'm the bad guy here. All I was doing was protecting her. Protecting her from the likes of you. I was making sure she could have the future she deserves. And you know what? It's only been good things ever since. Well, that's one point we can agree on. Liz is definitely doing well for herself. You both have the same position in the different companies you work at, right? You're both very high up and earning a high salary. To say I wasn't proud of my sister would be a lie. I mean, on paper, she's done a lot of good things. I'm not sure what to say about her mindset, though. I don't like this idea of her pushing out family. Well, that's just you being selfish. Think about it. She's not doing it because she wants to. She's doing it because she has to. She's pushing away anyone who's going to be a barrier to her reaching the success she deserves. And how am I doing that exactly? I haven't even been involved in her life. I just want to have some sort of relationship with her. I wanted her to at least go to my birthday party. Is that asking for too much? When you're a poisonous blight on someone's existence, then yes, it is too much. If you really care about a person that much, if you truly love them, you're going to do the right thing and go away. You're going to disappear from their life and let them grow on their own. And you know what? Doubly so for a girl like Liz. What do you mean, a girl like Liz? Do I even need to explain it? It amazes me that you're the big brother in that family. You're the one that should have taken the initiative. You're the one that should have made the right decision. Be the model for what she should be. But no, you left that to Liz. She's the one that had to turn over a new leaf. Don't think I'm unaware of the type of circumstances you and her grew up in. I know full well about how poor you guys were and the tough circumstances you had to grow up in. If I was in that position, I would be thinking about life the exact same way Liz was. I'd be thinking about ways to escape. I'd be thinking about ways to create a new life for myself and my family. And in all honesty, you should have been the first person to be thinking that. You should have been the first one to wonder about how to create a new cycle. To create a new family that's actually strong. But you didn't. You chose to follow the same weak pathway that your parents have chosen. You chose to be a poor person again. Let me tell you right now, there are a lot of people like you. There are a lot of people dragging people like me and Liz down. She understands that she needs to cut you out. She's only doing the right thing. So what you're trying to say is that because I made a particular decision about my life, because I'm doing the things I'm doing now, it's somehow going to affect her? Like I'm going to want her to start working the same job that I am. Don't you think you're making a bit of a stretch here, Henry? I mean, seriously, do you even know the type of character I have? That's not the type of person I am at all. You haven't even met me. I'm a little bit insulted that Liz is thinking this way because I've been supporting her whole life. I've been supporting her and her future. I wanted the best for her. I'd never want to take that success away from her. Well, if that's the case and you truly feel that way, then like I said, you have to do the right thing and just get yourself out of the picture. The truth of the matter is, even if you don't want to intentionally harm her, you're going to do it inadvertently. Think about it. You're poor. At some point in your life, things are going to happen. Maybe you're clumsy and need a little bit of money for rent. Who are you going to ask? Family. Your sister. She's going to dip into her finances because of your incompetency. Well, actually, I'm not that type of person at all. I stay on top of my finances, thank you. But even so, it won't stop there. I mean, life is what it is, right? There are going to be twists and turns all the time. You might come down with a serious illness. You might get into a car accident and won't be able to pay it off because you haven't been able to afford insurance. These are things that happen in life, and you just quite simply do not have the finances to pay for them. A guy that works in a nursing home does not have the money to take care of himself. And don't you try to argue otherwise. You talk a lot, don't you, Henry? You make a lot of assumptions about me that are, in all likelihood, probably not true. Despite everything you're saying right now, I deserve to be in my sister's life, and you need to stop spouting nonsense into her ears. I know there's a part of her that still misses me. You're dreaming. She's already cut you off. You don't exist in her life anymore. I'm the only one that exists. She realizes that I'm the one who's going to bring us to higher heights. She realizes that you're dead weight trying to throw chains at her to bring her back to the ground. It's over for you. Now do the right thing and leave us alone. Hey, Henry. I was trying to get in contact with my sister, and I'm just not getting any response from her. I'm pretty sure she's ignoring me, but I heard the big news about what's going on with you guys recently. Is it true? Did my parents say the truth? Are you guys actually having a baby? What's it to you? What do you mean, what's it to me? That right there is my family. Whoever that baby is my niece or nephew. Of course I'm going to be interested. How far along is the pregnancy? How is my sister? Are you guys coping with everything? Do you need assistance with something? Look at you, you little snake. Trying to wiggle your way back into our good graces. Don't think your little tactics are gonna work. Don't try and use this as an opportunity to try and get along with us. What are you talking about, Henry? Are you trying to say that I have some sort of ulterior motive here or something? We'd have to be stupid to think otherwise. We knew you would try to do something like this. It was just as I predicted. Well, let me tell you something right now, high school graduate. We're a lot smarter than that. We've actually been to university. Come on, are you still using that against me? Do you understand how petty that is? When are you gonna grow up and stop being a kid, Henry? I could throw the same thing back at you. What? Are you gonna stop being a kid? You're already past 30, man. You're still working that crap job in the nursing home, aren't you? Your parents were telling me about it. Even after all this time, you failed to have any aspirations apart from working in that graveyard. Do you really think that you're the type of person that we're gonna let into this family? Look at the way you say it. Like you gotta give me permission to be a part of the family. Don't you realize you're the one that married into our family, Henry? If anyone's giving permission here, it should be me. Actually, no. That's not how it works at all. The thing is, Liz and I are our own family. We're creating something new here. If we decide that we want you out of the family, that's our decision. If we want Mum and Dad out of the family, that's also our decision. Hold on a second. What did you just say? You're not talking about our parents, are you? That's right. Why? Is it really that surprising for you? Well, say whatever you want about me, but what's so wrong about our parents? Why would you actually exclude them from this? They're excited to be grandparents too, you know. You don't have the right to do that. You still don't get it, do you? None of you do. All of you keep putting up a fight, trying to say that you have a right to be involved in this child's life. Well, let me tell you something right now. I'm doing something different for this family and this child. I'm actually trying to start something new. I'm not gonna let any of you people sabotage it. In what way are we gonna sabotage it? We only have the best of intentions. We're gonna be giving the child love and care like every family member should. I don't know what opinion you have on my parents, but they're good people. What you're imagining right now is just that. Your imagination. It doesn't matter how good your intentions are. It's about who you people are in general. Like, think about it. How selfish can you people be? Can't you let Liz be the person that she's meant to be? She wants to escape poverty. She wants to escape the lifestyle that you and your parents keep offering back to her. It took a lot of convincing for her to finally agree that she needs to cut her parents off as well. But eventually, she managed to make the right decision, and I'm so proud of her for it. I know it wouldn't have been easy, so stop trying to reverse all the good work that I've done. You're really an evil monster, aren't you, Henry? Is that actually what you think is the appropriate thing to do? To turn her against her family? It's sickening. It's sickening to the core. I think your worldview and how you view us is just totally wrong. What are you talking about? How could it be wrong? Well, think about it. The only lens you can view the world through is status, right? If someone has money or if they don't have money, you fail to realize that there's a lot more to a person than that. And especially my parents. I know they don't have a lot. I know the type of people they are. But that doesn't mean that they're not worthy of being in this child's life. It doesn't mean that they have to be cut off by their own daughter. They may not have any money, but they have a lot of kindness in their hearts. They're sincere, and that's something that is more valuable than money itself. Listen to you go. Everything you're talking about right now is pointless. It doesn't amount to anything. What can you and your parents actually teach this child? What can you tell it about the world? All you can teach is how to be poor, how to be a loser. You see, you don't realize this, but you have a toxic way of thinking. You have a toxic way of living, and that toxicity is going to infect our kid. If Liz really wants to create a new family and something that's different, she's got no choice but to cut her family off, even if it's a tough decision to make. That's what she has to do if she wants to break the cycle. Okay then, Henry. If that's the case, then why don't you just do the exact same thing then? I'm sorry, what did you just say? Yeah, that's right. If Liz is the one that has to cut off her family to create this new family like you're proposing, then that means that you have to do the same thing. I mean, that's only fair, right? You're making demands of her. She can have the same demands imposed on you. You really are a joke, aren't you? You don't get the situation at all. You see, the fact of the matter is, there's a reason why she hasn't proposed the same idea to me. Can you guess what that is? I don't know. Maybe because you've brainwashed her to believe anything that you say without even questioning it? No, that's not the case at all. The fact of the matter is, my parents are actually good people. They're not toxic at all. They did what was necessary to earn as much wealth as they could. They walked on the right path. They've already earned a position to be part of this family. Well, isn't that just grand? So your parents are allowed to be part of this child's life, but not Liz's? Can you really see that as fair? It's not about what's fair, it's about what's right. And the right thing for our child is for it to have healthy people around it. Not people that are gonna say that it's okay to be a loser earning no income working in a nursing home. You're still making a lot of judgments on me, aren't you, Henry? You know what? Fine, I get it. If that's the attitude you want to take, then that's it. I just hope that at some point my sister wakes up and understands what you're doing is wrong. Hey, Liz. I know you've been ignoring my text messages for a while now, but I really need to talk to you. I've spoken at length with Henry about everything that's been going on. I know about your views towards the family and how you're actually planning on cutting Mom and Dad off. I'm really appalled that you would do something like this. But in all honesty, I can kind of understand where you're coming from. I know how much you want to break the cycle. I know how much you want to create something new for yourself. I understand if you're coming to this conclusion, but I'm telling you right now it's just wrong. Don't forget the things that Mom and Dad have done for you. Don't forget the things that I've done for you.
Are you seriously annoying me for the millionth time? When will you stop? I'm making it quite clear that I don't want you in my life, right? I don't want you ruining everything. I don't want you to mess it all up.
Well, who's talking right now, Liz? Is it you, or is it your husband, Henry? Think about how much of what you're saying is actually you, and how much of it is regurgitating what he's saying. Do you really want to do this? Do you really feel in your heart of hearts that you have to cut your family off?
It doesn't matter. Between you and me, the only person who's an adult here is me. I'm the one making a decision that's going to be beneficial for my family. I'm the only one that actually cares about this type of thing. You clearly didn't care enough because you wanted to work in that nursing home. And you know what? So be it. If that's the decision you want to make, then I can't change that. But I can decide whether or not I want you in this child's life. That's entirely up to me.
What a load of crap, Liz. Do you actually think that it's going to be best for you to push your own family out? Can you say with 100% honesty that you feel like Mom, Dad, or I won't have anything good to offer this child? Be real with me. Is that really what you think?
It is, Jeff. It is. And I don't care if you believe me or not. That's just the way it is.
Well, you know what? I don't believe that. I think you're lying right now. I don't think you're being honest at all. I know deep down there's a part of you that knows I'm a good person regardless of the type of job I do. There's a part of you that knows your parents aren't bad people. There's a part of you that realizes that the things Henry is saying to you may have a hint of truth to them, but you can only take it with a grain of salt. Don't try to say otherwise. I already know.
You really think you understand everything, don't you, Jeff? You really think you understand me?
What can I say? You're my sister. I've known you a lot longer than Henry has.
Well, you know what? Maybe you and I need to have a talk then. You can come to my condominium.
Your condominium?
That's right. Do you even know what that is? I'm guessing you don't. You really don't know the type of lifestyle that Henry and I have now, do you? You don't know how much further we're going to go. Quite recently, we managed to move into a really wealthy district. Only the wealthiest people can live here.
Is that so? I guess you must meet famous people just walking down the street.
More than you can imagine. And the place we have at the moment is just spectacular. You wouldn't believe it. It's like stepping into a dream. The moment we went in for an inspection, I knew it was perfect. The open floor plan was stunning, with the living room flowing effortlessly into the kitchen. It has top-of-the-line stainless steel appliances and a gorgeous marble island. It's perfect for hosting dinner parties.
You're infatuated with this place, aren't you?
And the view! The balcony overlooks the entire city skyline, and the sunsets are absolutely breathtaking.
Sounds like a one-of-a-kind home. I'm sure anyone would love to live in a place like that.
You bet. And there's more to it. There's a rooftop pool with cabanas and a fitness center that rivals any high-end gym. And if I ever have guests over, there's a private theater room for us to use. Honestly, it's like living in a 5-star hotel. It's the type of place that I could only dream of. And now I have it. Now I'm living a new life, and I just cannot go back to my old one. It's the type of thing you'll never have the chance to experience. That is, until now. Luckily for you, I'm generous. You can step into my humble abode. Except it's going to be brief.
Well, I have to be honest. Just being in that type of position, I understand that you wouldn't want to give that type of thing up, would you? I'm very curious about looking at this house.
Of course you are. Anyone would be. I'll send you the address and you can come over and we can have that talk.
Okay. Well, thanks, sis. I hope I can get through to you somehow. Whether you realize it or not, this is a very big decision you have to make. It's going to affect your child's life. I want to know that you're ready for the consequences. I have to say, Liz, you amaze me. You truly do. When you and I were growing up, I thought our parents instilled in you the proper values on how you should behave yourself. I mean, yes, I understand. I understand that we didn't grow up in the best circumstances. I could understand if you wanted more than that. And in all honesty, I wanted more too. But never in my wildest dreams did I think you would lose yourself. Never did I think that you would actually be driven by your greed. And in all honesty, up until now, I've been quite shocked at the way you've been talking. I've been shocked at the fact that you have nothing but disdain for me. I was even shocked at the fact that you had disdain for our parents. But after what you did today, I can no longer see you as my sister. You've become so twisted and distorted, I don't even recognize what I see. Who was that today? Who was that could do something so vile as that? It's not the Liz that I know. There's no way that I can accept that person today as my sister.
What's going on, bro? Are you actually sitting there crying to yourself like the little wimp you are? You really are mentally weak, aren't you? I don't know what I should have expected, though. Take a look at how you've been living your life. You've had a soft job the whole time. Nothing's really toughened you up. If you were anything of a real man like my husband, Henry, then what happened today wouldn't have bothered you. You would have brushed it off without even thinking about it.
Don't think that I'm upset about what happened, Liz. Don't think it hurt me in any way. I'm just really disappointed. I expected better of you. I didn't expect you to do something as low as that.
Well, what choice did you leave me, bro? At the end of the day, this is all your fault. You're the one that keeps pestering us. You're the one that keeps trying to barge yourself into mine and Henry's life. Don't you see that as really intrusive? We've made it quite clear that we don't want you as part of our family. When is it going to get through your thick skull?
You might have a point there. Maybe I've been wrong this whole time. I am quite stubborn, aren't I? I don't want to accept reality for what it is. I mean, let's face it. I'm still clinging to the idea that there's a little bit of light within you. I've always been hoping that everything you've been saying isn't actually you. It's just Henry. It's just that cruel guy that's manipulating you. But today taught me otherwise. Just being there with you in person showed me that you're too far gone. There's no way that you're ever going to accept your family again. It's really a sad thing to see.
Look at that. You actually are getting down about this, aren't you? I guess that crappy little $20 gift means a lot to you, huh? Your salary doesn't earn you much money, does it? After you pay for food and utilities, you only have a little bit of cash left over. I bet you saved up for weeks trying to pay for that thing.
Let's assume that I have been doing that, Liz. Look at the way you behaved. You took it from me and then you flung it out the window. You're lucky that you didn't hit anyone.
Well, hey, you only have yourself to blame. You've seen the condominium that we're living in right now, right? We don't want that cheap item ruining the aesthetic that we have here. Plus, I smelled that little flower and it was disgusting. You poor people really have horrible taste.
You didn't have to go as far as to actually break it, though. You could have just given it back to me.
And why is that, bro? Because you spent so much money on it. Stop it. What are you crying about? I threw all those coins at you, didn't I? I'm sure that it amounts to more than $20. You actually made a little bit of profit here. You walked away actually getting something, so don't complain about what you're given.
You've really changed, haven't you, Liz? You're exactly like Henry. That vicious way of speaking to me sounds just like him. The way you threw those coins at me is how he would, too. I wonder if you're truly happy about the fact that you've become this type of person.
Stop sitting there trying to vilify me. All I'm doing is protecting myself and my family. Poor people like you don't deserve to be in my life. I have to give you this amount of viciousness to make you understand. Unless you're doing what Henry and I are doing and living in a place like this, then there's no way I can accept you. There's no way I can talk to you like you're a normal person. It's just the sacrifice that I have to make. You're not stupid, bro. You should be able to understand that.
Fair enough. I hear where you're coming from. I'm not going to argue any longer. Let me ask you just one question, though. Do you happen to know who actually owns this place? Who's your landlord?
Do you think I care about stuff like that? I leave that to Henry. He's the one that's ensuring that I can have a really good life. I just do as he says.
I see. So Henry's the one that would know about the landlord, huh? Well, let me tell you something interesting, sis. As a matter of fact, I do know what it's like to live in a place like this.
What did you just say?
That's right. In fact, I'm living on the top floor. Can you believe it?
Yeah, right. A guy that works in a nursing home is living on the top floor of a place like this. Stop trying to make me laugh. It's not gonna help you get back into my good graces, bro. You and I are finished. We're basically not family anymore.
Sure, I'll accept that we aren't family. Don't worry about that, sis. I fully understand now. But you might want to check in with Henry on the details of this place. Check the contract. See who actually owns it.
Stop trying to bluff right now. What are you trying to prove to me? You want me to waste my time, don't you? You want me to sit down with Henry and take time out of our day to look at the contract? And what are we gonna see? Nothing out of the ordinary, I'm assuming. I'm not going to waste my time doing something like that. You hear me? It's not gonna happen. Especially if it means using Henry's time. Do you know how busy he is? He loves me to bits, but if I actually annoyed him with something like that, I know he'd lose his mind over it. Just go back to your cardboard box and dream about living in a place like this. That's all you can do.
Okay, just what the hell is going on right now? There's no way that this is true. How come it's taken me this long to realize? The person that owns this place has the exact same name as you. I should have let Liz take care of things like this. She would have noticed in an instant. Is this true? Do you actually own this place? Well, it looks like you guys are finally catching up. I have to say, I'm very amused by this. By the way Liz was speaking, it sounded like you didn't even want to bother looking into this. What? Can you blame her? Of course we're gonna get curious. So that's it then, isn't it? You actually are in this condominium. Yes, sir. But how? This doesn't make any sense. You're just some laughable loser that works in a nursing home. You couldn't possibly afford to buy this building. Well, that's just the thing, Henry. Not every successful person out there is loud and open about it. What are you trying to say? That you kept this on the down low? Something like that. How did you get this place anyway? Well, that's a very good question. As a matter of fact, it's all thanks to the fact that I work in a nursing home that I've got this place. I'm sorry. I know it's hard for you to believe, but a person's character counts for something. People can really see if you're a good person or not. And if you know anything about people, they like to help people that they like. In that nursing home, I am one of the most likable people there. People are dying for my attention. And I don't look down on any of them. Sure, from your perspective, they're just a bunch of old farts that have pretty much finished their lives. They're not doing anything else with it. From my point of view, they're entirely different. Each and every one of them has a different story. Each and every one of them has something interesting about their life that they could tell me. I mean, sure, it's not like they were telling me an interesting story every day, but every now and then you get a special little nugget. Every now and then, they gave me a snapshot of the type of things that they experienced in their life. Okay, I can hear you rambling on and on about stuff I don't care about. Who cares about them and their supposedly interesting stories? All I care about is the money. All I care about is how you got this place. Fair enough. It seems like you still don't have an appreciation for your fellow man. Well, the fact of the matter is that there was a very wealthy individual in that nursing home. I was one of his favorites. In fact, he was probably one of my favorites, too. We had a very interesting relationship. It got to the point of who was working for who. I mean, yes, I was taking care of him and all of his needs. I was doing my job, but I was also getting a lot out of it. He was very inquisitive about what I was doing with my life. He was inquisitive about my background. So you actually told him that you were poor, right? I did. I'm quite open about it. I don't feel any shame about who I am. He would always listen intently about where I've come from and what I want to be. He knew what type of dreams I had, and I was slowly learning about him as well. It got to the point where he wanted to reveal a little secret to me. A secret? That's right. It turns out that he's a very wealthy individual himself. Unfortunately, he made the wrong decisions in raising his family, though. Probably like your situation as well. What the hell did you just say? What's wrong with my situation? Let's face it, Henry. You come from a decent background, but your parents didn't teach you jack. You've got no moral compass. My sister has also gone astray. I'd like to think that she used to be okay, but now she's too far gone. But this old man saw something different in me. He knew I could be more than my status. He knew I wasn't powered by greed. What are you trying to say? That he gave you this place or something? That's exactly what happened. He was thinking about leaving it to his son, but for his whole life, he's been reluctant to do that. He sees how cruel and judgmental his son is. There was no way that he would leave it to someone like him. He wanted to give the place over to someone that deserved it. He wanted to give it to someone that would treat their tenants correctly. He wanted to give it to me, the person that he's been working with for years on end. He wanted to give it to you, a guy that didn't even work for it. That's a laugh. You don't deserve this in the first place. Well, considering how much I've improved it, I beg to differ. I mean, all of those things that Liz was talking about, the balcony that overlooks the view of the city, the pool at the top, and the high-end gym, are all thanks to me. These are innovations that I implemented into it. Because of that, I've made a luxurious place for people to stay in. And you know what? I'm a good person, so I didn't even raise the rent for it. Look at you, sitting up there on your high horse. You think you're such a good person, don't you? Well, if you're such a good person, you should do what you can for family, right? What do you mean? Well, you own this place, so you should be giving us free rent. I'm not doing that. Why? Everything you've done so far has been to get into our good graces, right? You're always acting so nice. You tried to give us a gift today. Why wouldn't you do this one little favor? We'd let you be a part of our family. You could be part of this child's life. The fact of the matter is, I don't want to associate with people that are this judgmental. I'm sorry, even if it is my sister, even if it is my family. Being around you people is like an affliction. I'd hate to turn into my sister. I'm not going to be doing anything that benefits you guys. Oh, come on. Really? Are you really gonna hold a grudge? It's your fault for not telling us what your real situation was. If we had known about this from the start, I would have welcomed you with open arms. You have only yourself to blame for this. You know what? You keep telling yourself that. There's going to be some changes around this place. You better look forward to it. Changes? That means you're going to be lowering the rent, right? Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I mean, look, it's not like we couldn't pay for it in the first place, but it definitely goes a long way. And I am telling you right now, me and your sister are going to be making some very logical, well-sound investments. We're gonna have a lot of money coming in. It's gonna come back to you at some point. I promise you that. Henry was a big talker, one of the biggest of them all. He liked to talk a tough game, making out that he was this wealthy person doing incredibly well for himself. He even tried to convince me that he was going to be making these big investments at some point. But the fact of the matter is, he was just a liar. And he didn't just lie to me. He also lied to Liz. You see, the changes that I was talking about weren't about lowering the rent at all. I wasn't going to make it cheaper for them. Just the opposite, actually. I was actually going to make it more expensive. If they were the wealthy people they made themselves out to be, then surely they'd be able to pay for it. In fact, I put out the notice to everyone else in the condominium. They all happily obliged to pay the new rent, except for my sister and her husband. Liz looked at the new rent and didn't think much of it. She notified Henry, but he was frozen on the spot. He started to become really worried. It turns out that Liz was working really hard, but Henry wasn't working hard at all. I mean, sure, he had a decent salary, but it wasn't enough for a place like that. They were barely scraping by to live there. On top of that, they were thinking about sending their child to the kindergarten in that area once they got older. I don't know what his plan was. Was he going to keep up the lie forever, or was he going to get a higher salary? But the point is, the rent increase really scared him. He had a big argument with Liz over the fact that he lied. She concluded that they could not live there any longer, but Henry was too stubborn to change his ways. He didn't want to consider himself among the poor people and insisted on living there no matter what. Because of that, those two are barely getting by, eating the bare minimum just to be able to live there. I'm not sure if they're really getting a good deal out of this. I'm pretty sure Liz is very unhappy with her situation. Time goes by and the baby is born. It was a good opportunity for me to be a part of that child's life. I told them that I would lower the rent just a little bit if they let me see the child and if the child could come up to my room every now and then. And what do you know? That child was coming over every day. As it happens, I live with my parents. They've had a tough life and have been poor for most of it. I wanted them to taste the luxury of what it's like to be wealthy. They deserve it for instilling me with the correct values. Because of this situation, we're able to be very involved in the life of my sister's child. Hopefully, with the input from me and my parents, we'll be able to do something for the child. We'd hate for the child to become some greedy, money-lusting creature like his own mother.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. See you next time!